than pretty much anything in my workshop. I also managed to leave out just normal broaching, mostly because I didn't have a press at the time, but now that I do, well, let's talk about that. Now, broaching a square hole shouldn't be too different to broaching a keyway, in the sense that we need to make a cutter with the desired profile, and we need to add cutting geometry so that we can cut that profile. It works with keys, so it should work with a square. However, with this project, I want to try something a little bit different, because with all the broaches I've made so far, I've been pushing them into the workpiece to do the cutting, and that can be a bit scary at the best of times. Because even with a small amount of uneven pressure or flex in the press, the cutter will bend and it will want to snap. And because we are dealing with 2+ tons of force, it is going to snap if we don't back off the pressure. And the best case scenario there, if you do break it, is you're simply left with an $80+ tool that's broken. Worst case scenario is you can get injured by it. So as a bit of an experiment in this video, instead of push broaching, I'd like to see what can be achieved on this small press by pull broaching, which is exactly what it sounds like. Instead of pushing the broach into the workpiece, we pull it through, and that should have a less chance of breaking. First things first though, we need to make the broach. So what I have here is a piece of 10mm square 01 tool steel, which should be good enough for the job. It's in its annealed state, so we can machine it, and then we can harden it. So the first thing we need to do is machine in the cutting geometry on the lathe, and that's going to present us with, well, another problem, because I still don't have a 4-jaw chuck for the big lathe. Now I could probably pull out the old small lathe because that does have a 4-jaw chuck, but instead I'm going to cheat a little bit and I'm going to put the old 4-jaw chuck into the big chuck and see how that works. Now I've done my fair share of sketchy setups over the years,